Alright, so right now, as you can tell behind me, I got my net set up for setting. We're still working with the same size net, still on 8-foot net. When I move close to it again to go set, I'll put my hand out so you can actually see that we haven't changed it. I'm going to take you to a quick little setting drill that I've seen that I actually like. Probably going to implement it to my players in the next couple days. Maybe a little bit of turn it into a passing drill as well. I don't know how good it's going to turn out because I haven't practiced it, so most likely it's not going to look as pretty as it should. But again, I'm not in here trying to impress anybody. I'm trying to give you ways to do things and way to develop yourselves by getting these reps. After that's said and done, I'm going to show you how to set by yourself or how to train yourself to set. You don't constantly need somebody babysitting you to be able to do these things. You just got to want to do them, and you got to want to get the reps. All right? So let's get to it. All right. So this is a small setting drill. It's a small setting drill I saw, and I was happy with it. I kind of liked it. So most likely, like I said, I'm going to start making my setters do it. All right? Again, it's all about control. So you're going to start setting soft hands. Over, and like I said, first try, I already messed up. All right, soft hands, over the net, and I messed up again. One more try. Third time's the charm. Boom, boom, I messed up. All right, so it's always going to be just shuffling under the net. All right, again, it takes reps, even for me. Right, I can't just come in here and start doing something and be good at it. All right. So as you can see, it's not that simple to pick something up new without getting in the reps. Even somebody at a high level or somebody that's been training for years, picking up a new thing, takes a little bit of time, a little bit of reps. All right. This is going to take me reps to develop myself. All right. You can actually do that with passing as well. Just pass over, shuffle under the net, pass over again, shuffle under the net, do it again. All right. All right, so this is all it takes to set. It takes you and a ball with you to be able to set. All right, I'm gonna bring my ball card in here so I can get my reps in. All right, so you have two different ways of going about it. You can throw it up, go to the bounce, okay, which is not gonna be that high because it's a volleyball. All right, most likely the better way is to bounce it straight down and go in there and setting, all right? But right now, all I'm going to do is do it in front of me, all right? So right here, boom, make the set, okay? I didn't expect to get the first one in. All right, so one of the biggest concepts in setting is keeping that right foot ahead of you. Now, you might ask yourself, why am I keeping my right foot ahead instead of the left foot? Well, if you keep your right foot ahead, you're closing your hips to the net. And that's what you want to do because you don't want to set tight to the net. You want to keep it off the net. All right? You don't want to get it so tight the blockers can actually reach and get that ball. If you have your left foot forward, your hips are open to the net, we most likely will be setting tight or over the net. So you want to have that right foot ahead of it every single time. All right? Now, you want to start simple. Like I said, tossing it in front of you, working on the cone to window right away. So right cone to window. Okay? That's what we're doing. Cone to window, right away. Boom. Cone to window. Okay? That's all we're going to do. All right, well, that didn't turn out as well. All right, so moving on from that, you want to make it a little bit harder, right? So we're going to toss it a little bit more to the side, take some steps, square up, make the set to the outside, right? So we toss, we square up, make the set to the outside. All right? Same concept again. Boom. We square up, make the set to the outside. Now we're missing everything. All right? Boom. Square up, make the set to the outside. Why do we square up to the outside? You will always square up to the outside. One of the most common mistakes as a setter, especially in the young groups, is when you're going to set the right side, your back is facing the antenna when it shouldn't be. You should always be square to the outside, okay? Even if I'm this far up the net, I want to be square to the outside. I want to set over my right shoulder to the right side, okay? Make sure you always square up to the outside. Alright, one more try. Okay, we made it a little bit harder on that one. We went past the 10-foot line. Again, keep challenging yourself. It's getting those reps, creating those uncomfortable situations. So when you're in game, it's so simple and so easy to get. And you don't freak out in that moment. Now, most setters, you got to develop a jump set. All right? Now we're going to start against easy. Right in front of us. Boom. We jump in. Okay? We make a jump set. That was ugly. I didn't finish in my window. Boom. Okay? We make that easy set forward. That's all it is. You want to jump into the set. You have got the timer where you're jumping into the ball. Okay? Not jumping early or jumping late. All right? You want to jump into the ball. Gain that power and that momentum and use it with you. All right? We'll do it one more time in front. Okay? This one. All right? Then you start challenging yourself again. You start moving it. All right? You get there. If you can't tell by the fact that I went off camera, I might have made that one a little too tough. All right? So, don't exaggerate it just yet. All right? Straight here. All right? Easy jump set. Same concept. Square up. Easy jump set. All right? One more time. Square up. Easy jump set. Okay? Now, you're not, as you can tell from the video, you're not always going to make it. It's about getting the reps and getting comfortable. There is no such thing as a perfect set. There is no such thing as a setting window. Okay? When you start thinking of that window, it creates a problem. You start freaking out. You're not hitting that window. It becomes a problem. You don't want that. What you want is an area. You want to put the ball in an area that gives a hitter a chance to score and do something with the ball. All right? That's the biggest concept. It's never going to be perfect. Don't look for perfection, because most likely that's when you're going to do your mistakes. Okay? Now, one of the biggest problems squaring up is when the ball is passed us this way. We tend to backpedal or turn and pass it or set with our hands or passing platform. What you want to do is you want to open up, take that extra step, boom, boom, square up, lean forward, make the set. I'm going to try this with the ball. I haven't done it before, so we'll see how it works out with the ball. All right, I haven't done it with tossing to myself. We'll try it. So, boom, boom, boom. Okay? Well, it worked out well. All right? So again, challenge yourself to those situations. Create those situations for yourself to create that muscle memory to make those sets. Now, as you keep going, you can move, right? You can move the basket closer to you. You can move it to the middle spot. You can move it to the right spot and keep working on those sets. I'm not going to keep doing that right now, but we'll work on it in another session. But for right now, so you can do it. And if you don't have this, create a net with a wall, okay? Measure the wall, put it at the height of a women's net, all right? And just develop that set, setting above that line on the wall, all right? Especially for middles. For me personally, I thought setting middles was the easiest thing. But what I've seen as a coach is that it's actually extremely hard for most of my setters to set middles. They tend to underset them, all right? So that's a good way to make the fix. Measure your wall, put it at 7'4", which is the women's net. Make sure you set a spot above that net. Now, a quick concept about setting middles. If you're running tempo, all right, a tempo offense, which there's different tempos. There's tempo 3, 2, 1, 0, okay? On tempo 3, you have 3 steps left on your approach. On tempo 2, you have 2 steps left. Tempo 1, you have 1 step left on your approach. 0 tempo, no steps left. The setter's setting your arm. All right? Now, depending on where you play and what level you play, you will see all these tempos. All right? Usually tempo 3 is an out-of-system. Everything else is an in-system attack. In the middle, currently, a lot of people run the 0 tempo. Middle is up, setter sets the arm swing. All right? Now, You're gonna have some misconnections, but most likely as a setter, you wanna set the middle's arm. You don't wanna set a spot, because if you set a spot and the middle's not there, they're not gonna get it. So you wanna make sure you're setting the actual middle and their arm swing. All right, this is just a little bit of setting. Hopefully we'll do another session soon, and we'll work a little bit more on the right side setting and the middle setting, and we'll go through that. But keep working, guys, don't stop.